Assalamualaikum. Okay, so hopefully this is the last video for upper limb osteology, and I hope you watch the video link that I attached in previous slide for you to understand more about radius. Okay. Now we proceed to the second bone of forearm, which is ulna. Okay. Ulna is also long bone of forearm. The proximal end, it has olecranon and ulnar tuberosity. Like radius, it got radial tuberosity, and ulnar also got ulnar tuberosity. Olecranon, ulnar tuberosity. Yeah. As you can see here, ulnar tuberosity is insertion area for part of brachialis muscle. Okay, brachialis muscle here, it is at the anterior compartment of arm, and it insert at the partly at the ulnar tuberosity. Before this, radial tuberosity for bicep tendon and ulnar tuberosity for brachialis. Okay, it has two processes. Okay, coronoid and olecranon processes. Coronoid, olecranon processes. Coronoid, olecranon processes. Okay, and it has two notches. Okay, trochlear notch. Okay, that articulates with humerus. Okay, radial head with capitulum, humerus. Radial head, capitulum, humerus, trochlear humerus with trochlear notch. Okay, and it has two notches, trochlear notch here and radial notch. Okay, the one that we mentioned before this, that involved in proximal radio ulnar joint. Okay, notch here. After proximal part of ulna, we go to shaft. Shaft also triangular in shape, similar to radius. Okay, it has three borders: anterior, posterior, and interosseous. Okay, radius, ulna, interosseous. For ulna, interosseous is the lateral part. Okay, lateral part here, and it has ulna also has three surfaces: anterior, posterior, and medial. Okay, and for distal end of ulna, okay, it has styloid process, same as distal end of radius, got projection, named as styloid process. Also for ulna, also it got projection downwards, also known as styloid process. And head of ulna. Okay, head of ulna is the distal end of ulna. Okay, and you can watch the video here to understand further about ulna and all surfaces and everything. Yeah? Okay, so here, okay, radius and ulna, it is especially designed for movement, okay, of your upper limb, basically for flexion and extension of elbow joint, and also the unique part is for supination and pronation. Supination and pronation. Okay. Ulna act as the stabilizing bone with radius pivoting to produce movement. Okay. You can watch the video to further understand how the movement of radial head is like. The radial head is like a mortar and pestle, mortar and pestle. But here, this is the radial head that moving along. Okay, the capitulum, okay, the radial head moving along capitulum here, and the ulna beside is the one that stabilize the motion, okay? Yeah, capitulum and radial head, okay, and the ulna here, okay. This is where the radioulnar join, proximal radioulnar join, and this is where the elbow joint, part of elbow joint, okay, radial head and capitulum, okay. Yeah, okay, this is okay. This is just these are images of how the elbow joint looks like, okay, from the lateral view and medial view, okay. You know this is lateral view because you can see yeah, radius here, the small head of radius here articulating with capitulum, and you know this is, you're looking at the medial view of elbow joint where you can see the big ulna, proximal ulna with trochlea here, okay. Okay, and this is the last section, which is hands, the hand, okay. Basically for the hand, I don't think we will give this small bone of hand for your ospi, oski, I'm not so sure, oski I think now, okay. Because it's just a small bone of the hand, unlike, you know, clavicle, humerus, or the bones that we have previously discussed. I think for osteology of the bone, the small bone of the hand, yeah, basically you have to know, but I don't expect you to, you know, able to point out which is trapezoid, which is capitate, which is pisiform, okay. But you need to know this because later in like the other lecture, hand lecture, where we will study about carpal tunnel, you know, the flexor and extensor of the finger. So you need to know all this, yeah. Okay. So I know this is a lot. This are so many bones here. So let me, okay, explain one by one. So the first bone level, I don't know, of a bone of the hand that I want to emphasize here is the carpal bone, yeah. Carpal bone, the small bone of the hand, which consists of 8 different bones. Okay, as you can see here, scaphoid, lunate, triquetral, pisiform, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. Okay, the position is from lateral. Okay, from the thumb, scaphoid, lunate, capitate, hamate, and again from thumb, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. Am I saying right or wrong? Sorry again. Scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform, then trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. Okay, so 2 layers of carpal bone here. So how you can remember this? There are many mnemonics that you can try. This is what been taught to me from my lecturer before this, Dr. Yi Yimin. Okay, she looks too proud, try to chase her. You can try any mnemonic that you want. And after carpal bone, we go to metacarpal bone. Okay, metacarpal consists of 5 bones. Okay, nothing special there. And then we go to proximal, middle, and distal phalanges. Okay, so for thumb, we only have two phalanges. Okay, the proximal and distal. Unlike these other 4 digits, okay, we have the proximal, middle, and distal. Okay, proximal, middle, distal. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, this is basically just the same that I've mentioned before. Yeah, I'm not expecting you to remember what this scaphoid means, lunate means, just to make it interesting for you. Okay, I've mentioned this before. Scaphoid and lunate. Scaphoid and lunate. She looks. Okay. Scaphoid and lunate articulate with radius, distal end of radius to form wrist joint. Okay. Radiocarpal joint. Okay. Only scaphoid and lunate. Okay. She looks. The other two, triquetral and pisiform, it doesn't involve in wrist joint. Yeah. Okay. But all the distal row of carpal bone, which are trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate, all the distal row, the proximal row, here only two bones, scaphoid and lunate, articulate with distal end of radius to form wrist joint. But the distal row, all carpal bone articulate with metacarpal bone. Okay, this metacarpal bone. All the distal carpal bone articulate with metacarpal bone. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Since this is osteology topic, so I think it is important for you to go through the video that I attached with the slides, because it will be much easier if you have, you know, the bone with you. But I don't think so. You have, each of you have one of the set at home, right? So hopefully by watching this lecture together with the video, you can, you know, understand more and can visualize it in your head. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you very much for your attention, and hopefully you can remember the important points that I've mentioned throughout the lecture. Okay, thank you. See you in the next lecture. Assalamualaikum.